All right, let's jump right into some social media, social networking, and social network advertising, which isn't paying you. Let's get right into it. Shout outs to some good folks here, of course. Um, had a comment on a video earlier, and I sort of got inspired to make this because a lot of times when we're showing people the social network that does pay you a percentage of the advertising, there are so many people who are confused about how that works. They don't understand how it works. They throw their hands up. You know what I mean? It's it's tragic in a way because this is so simple, and yet a lot of people are missing it. A lot of times that's how it is. It's the simple ideas often in life that make us the most money. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Um, Regardless of how much money I've made more than the majority of people who I've referred to the other social network that pays. I'm gonna talk about it in a moment. You can probably see it as one of the windows. It's TSU, and we're gonna have links to TSU in the description. Look, a lot of the people I've referred to TSU haven't made a lot of money. I've made a lot more than they have. It's sort of one of those things where the people on TSU who are making the most money are the ones who have referred the largest networks. They are the ones who have the most active users, and you know, um, naturally, it makes sense that just like any opportunity, those who bring the most to the table are going to make the most money. Those who do the most in terms of production and in terms of helping the company generate revenue. See, whenever we're talking about an opportunity, especially where money is involved, you need a healthy amount of people who are going to do some work. Okay, look, some people are just going to use it. Some people are just naturally going to be like customers. They're just going to use it. They're going to come on there every now and then. And in all reality, what most people are waiting for is they're waiting for everybody else to come to TSU. Then they'll come to TSU. It's just like Instagram. It's just like Twitter. It's just like Pinterest. All these networks that have really large memberships where people are on there and they're actively posting and actively, talking to others, actively networking, socializing. What you're going to find. I mean, I'm just going to turn this off real quick because just in case it sort of slows down the feed here. So look, what I'm getting at here is there's actually a bunch of money available. There's a lot of money available. What you're seeing here on the screen while this interesting video was playing, one of the posts on my page, this is an individual post, are ads here on the side. So what's going on here for a lot of you who don't understand what this means, this is known as an impression. Okay, this ad has made an impression. So just to display this ad, this advertiser here, for 99designs.com, they paid money to Facebook to show me this ad. Okay, their hope is that I will click on the ad, and what's going to happen is they will pay Facebook a certain amount of money for every single click. So, for example, if they get 50 clicks, they might be paying 5 cents a click. Okay, 5 cents times 50 is like 250, right? $2.50, or no, 250. Well, we're talking about 5 cents. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I'm doing math off the top of the head. I'm pretty sure that's $2.50 for 50 clicks at 5 cents a click. So for 250, you're looking at some decent traffic coming your way. This is sort of how people get into the advertising side, where they start actually spending money on advertising because they figure, for 10, 50, maybe $100 a month, they could probably bring in some additional ads. Now, what happens is, depending on the users, depending on You know, various things. You might end up paying 7 cents a click, or 8 cents a click, or 15 cents a click. It really matters, or I mean varies. Um, that being said, this other company here, hum.com, also did the same thing. They paid money for the impression. Now I'm going to reload this page for a moment. And as you can see, new ads rolled up from the same companies. Again, they're paying for the impressions. Okay, so another impression was just made. Okay, and every time these impressions are made, they owe Facebook money. Okay, because they're paying for the impressions, they're paying for the clicks. So this is how this thing works. Okay, again, I was saying about 50 clicks. Let's say that your budget is $10, and your ad goes so well that you end up getting, you know, $50 of clicks coming your way. Now, hopefully, some people buy enough stuff, and again, I'm explaining business to you guys, so don't be lost. Hopefully, people will buy enough stuff at your website to where you can cover for what you're going to owe on the advertising, because you're going to be over on your advertising budget. Now, this is also simultaneously why I teach people, if you're in network marketing, not to get caught up in paying for ads, paying for advertisement, unless you really have that type of budget, because you know you really have to budget for it, and you have to budget for overage for just in case your ad goes better than you planned. Okay. Give me 1 second here. Okay. Well, why everybody you know, calls you while you're doing stuff? That's crazy how that timing works. All right. So this is the advertising that we need everybody to understand when we're talking about TSU. Okay, because see this little stuff that I'm explaining to you, this tallied up to over $250 billion for Facebook in 2014. And we're at the end of 2015 here. We're actually recording this right here. This is Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas Eve to all of you watching. Um, and okay, we're going to find out pretty soon how much money Facebook cleared this year. But have you ever paid a dime to Facebook? Have you ever given Facebook any of your money? Okay, the answer for most of you is going to be no. You've never given Facebook any of your money. So why is it that they were able to make $250 billion? It's because of the advertisers. Okay, they're paying for impressions, they're paying for clicks, and it's adding up. Okay, Facebook doesn't have to really charge us anything, because see, we're posting content. Me posting this little crazy video had someone in my network interested enough to leave a comment, which means that I come to the page to respond to the comment, and all of that is doing is generating impressions. Let's go to my page here for just a moment. Okay. Now again, what I want to point out to you are the sponsored areas. Okay, again, these 99 designs, they're serious. They've got a lot of ads running here. Now, I'm a web designer, so maybe that's one of the reasons that they are targeting me. Okay, again, I'm probably a targeted asset. The fact that I post about stuff, that I'm a designer, and I talk about web design and other things, they probably pick that up somehow. That's one of the things that Facebook does, is they gather information, they figure out which people would be more interested in certain ads. And again, these cost more money. Okay, because you're targeting specific people. So you might have to pay 10 cents a click. You might have to pay a higher per impression rate. So for every 1,000 impressions, you're paying like, you know, higher than normal prices. And again, the reason I'm taking time to explain this is because I've had a lot of people. You know, I joined TSU about a year ago, and a lot of people, you know, it kind of shocked me. A lot of people in MLM, people who are in business, they don't seem to understand how ad revenue works. And I'm just being honest. It shocked me that there are so many people who really, you know, are confused about these things. See, as I'm sharing content on my Facebook wall, each and every single one of these posts are generating traffic. So see, this one here, for example, it's been shared a couple times. And so this post is generating traffic. It's generating views. It's generating impressions. Because that's what an impression is. An impression is a view. So you see, I click on the image. You know, I'm laughing at it. Some of you guys have been following this story. It's kind of funny. Down here, okay, I thought that was an ad. It's actually not. Sometimes though, this area is an ad. They're like, you know, suggesting people I might know. But every now and then they run ads down here. I don't know any of these people. Let me click on the post itself. Okay, well, I guess we're not going to the post itself. There it is. All right, so again, another ad from this company here. Now, that's something else that I also have experienced in the past year on TSU are a lot of people complaining about seeing the same ads. It's like, you know, I've been doing this video here and you guys have seen it. A lot of the ads are the same. It's from the same company, from 99designs.com. Okay. And so just so you can keep that in mind, file it away. Having to see the same ads over and over, it's not unique to TSU. You know, again, I think it's just people who really don't understand business. They're looking for any reason to fail. You know, frankly, a lot of people have negative self-talk. They've fallen into patterns where they don't believe anything is going to work out for them. And frankly, I think that's what happens. It's a bit of self-sabotage where people start looking for the reasons why something won't work rather than looking at all the reasons why it will work or how it is working. So finally, some new ads here. Verizon, PayPal, okay? And as I'm just sort of showing you here is the fact that none of us are really complaining about these ads. They're everywhere. They're sprinkled throughout Facebook. If I go to the home page here on Facebook, I'll show you what happens here. Okay. Okay. Again, more ads. Okay. And every now and then, what I notice is that there are ads even in between some of these posts. I'm just trying to see if I see any here. Like again, that was one of the reasons I even started this in the first place. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, I like that right there. Before I do anything else, oh, I really like that. Oh man, I might have to come back to this video here. Yes. All right. Congratulations, bro. Congratulations. That's awesome. Looks like he's expecting another family member coming. Let's see here. See if I can find something very good for you all. Shout outs here to Sherelle Dupree. All right. Well, yeah, okay. Well, generally speaking, there are ads even running down here in this area. I don't see them here at the moment. And again, as you can tell, you know, when and where they show the ads is a little various. You know, it's not necessarily as predictable as I thought it would be when I hit the video. But, you know, again, this is something for you to also take a look at on your own because you're going to see them. As you'll see on Facebook, they have something known as suggested posts where they'll like throw posts in that, that are sponsored that have nothing to do with you know, me. You know, I don't follow this page, and there are a bunch of pages from time to time that'll pop up. They'll have videos, they'll have posts, they'll have things, you know, that you know may or may not be something I want to see. And again, this is something I ran into people on Facebook, on TSU. Oh, I don't like seeing, you know, sponsored posts, and it's like, you know, this is happening all the time. So what TSU is doing, I'll just kind of mosey over here to TSU. You know, as you can see, they have ads on here. They have ads on here. These are suggested groups as we're rolling through the homepage feed here. This guy here has made a bunch of money on TSU. He's one of the people I was talking about. He has a very large network, a very active network. He's cashed out here maybe at least 5 times, if not more, in just the past 12 months. And just so you know, cash out happens when you've reached a balance of at least $100. Okay. Now again, um, it's very possible for even more of us to make even more money, but we have to use TSU to the same degree as much as we use Facebook. Facebook generated $250 billion because of our usage. This is what I'm trying to get home to all of you that are watching right now, and I appreciate you taking your time to watch this, because I hope that you're trying to understand this information. That just the fact that I'm on here is generating money for the people who want to be seen. Chevy, they're actually running this through Google, and Google Ads, I believe this is Google. I might be, guessing wrong here, but this is like an network. And there are other ad networks, like Facebook has their own internal ad network. So Facebook ads are primarily going to be displayed on Facebook, and possibly on other websites that Facebook may own. And that's sort of what's going on here with Google Ads and this ad network. Is there are a bunch of people that are going to be running these ads and serving these ads up. And so I'm just going to reload the page here. So various ads are going to run through these ad networks, and all of them, like I just got through explaining on Facebook, are paying per impression. They're paying per click. And again, on this specific network, I don't know for sure yet if they are offering up targeted advertising for TSU. That may be something in the future. And again, we can all play a role in helping that come into fruition. All of us can work together to help build this and make this into something special. Um, and we have to not be discouraged by the ones that we sign up who are just sort of kicking tires and don't, they're not really interested in building. That's fine. Those of us who really spot opportunity, we have to take advantage of opportunity. We have to refer people. We have to refer people to the opportunity. Here's what I'll show y'all, you guys, because again, I don't like to show money. It can be misconstrued. You can start to believe various things. I just want to show you this right here. 65 with what they call children. So that's 65 referrals. Okay, as you guys can see, in the past 30 days, I've had 2 new ones. And if everyone on my network was just like me, how big would my network be, right? So I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm looking for 3 people that want to learn how to do this, that want to learn how to get up to 65 or more referrals. Be sure to contact me ASAP after you watch the video, and I'm going to help you do it. But you got to meet me halfway. You can't be someone who's wishy-washy and ready to quit, because that's really and truly what happens with a lot of networkers, a lot of people who signed up for TSU early on. There's a lot of networkers. There's a lot of people who are in the network marketing industry, and that was what I was saying earlier. Is I'm surprised at how many network marketers don't understand business and don't understand that this is an opportunity, that we have to really get people over here, that we have to refer people, that this isn't something where we're going to make a bunch of money, um, you know, in the first month or the first, 2 or 3 months. And unfortunately, that is exactly what we saw. Those of us who are still here, those of us who, have taken advantage of the opportunity here. Um, we're seeing a handful of people who aren't network marketers that are making a bunch of money here, while network marketers are basically not making that much money here. Okay, that's a real review of what's happened here in my first year here on TSU. Okay, um, because unfortunately network marketers get on here and they're like, oh, I'm not making money yet. Okay, again, here's one of those sponsored ads I was talking about. So this person has paid money to be sponsored. So again, you're going to see a lot of the same things here on TSU that you're seeing on these other networks. The difference, though, is they're paying us. They're giving us a percentage. Look, even if it's a small percentage, even if it's not a lot of money, it's more than what Facebook is giving us. All right. Um, Maybe I will show you guys what I've earned so far. You guys like that kind of stuff. Okay. And see, here's what kind of cracks me up, right? Um, let's say you're in network marketing. What makes you feel like if you join TSU, you're not going to be able to market anything else? That's so stupid. Why wouldn't you market the MLM company that you're in on this platform? Like, wouldn't that make sense? There are people on here, as you guys can see as I'm strolling through the feed here. There are people on here. People are posting stuff every day. There's activity going on all the time, right? And I'm gonna be honest, there's a lot of people on TSU as well who don't really understand the ad revenue, and they think that we get paid just for leaving comments, right? They actually think that that's what we're getting paid for. They don't understand that by leaving comments, you make a post more interesting. So a post with no comments is not as interesting as a post with comments. A post with comments is generally going to get people to click on it. They're going to read it. They're going to pay attention to it. They're going to share it. It's going to generate more comments. Okay. And that is why a post can be more valuable, because all of that is doing is generating impressions. It is improving the odds that someone's going to click, right? The more eyeballs that see an ad, the more likely someone's going to click on the ad. That's the point of advertising, of paying for advertising, paying for impressions and clicks. That's why it works that way. Okay, again, just explaining this because again, I've met so many people who don't understand how advertising works. Again, it shocks me, especially the business people. If you're just a average Joe and your friend shared this opportunity with you and they're like, hey, hop on TSU, it's a way to get paid, and you don't really understand what's going on, I don't blame you. Okay. Give me 1 second. Let me type this post up for you guys. All right. Awesome. We're going to go ahead and share this to Twitter. Again, one of the awesome things that I really like and love about TSU is the ability to push posts to other networks. Now, for those who've been following, about 2.5 months ago, Facebook decided to block TSU. They started to hate. Mark was like, wait a minute, they're paying people? What's going on here? So we're an actual threat to Facebook, and they actually blocked us, and so we can't push posts to Facebook at the moment. About a couple weeks ago, Facebook lifted their ban. I guess we're all good again. All the posts that we originally pushed over to Facebook have reappeared, and uh, you know, all the posts have reappeared, and hopefully we'll be able to start pushing them back again. In the meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and push this post over to Twitter. I'm going to post it so it's here, right here on TSU. We may have a couple people who jump on while we're doing this live. Okay. And let's go over to Twitter so you guys can see how that looks. Okay. All right. So as you guys can see, that's the poster at the top, me live explaining how advertising works and generates money for SOC ... Go to my TSU pretty much to see the rest of it. Again, what I like about it though, this is one of the reasons that I do it like this. I'm gonna throw a real quick training tip out there for TSU people. I always put my video at the front if I'm pushing it to Twitter and want it to play on Twitter, because Twitter will pick the video up if it's at the front of your post. Okay, if it's at the back of your post, as you guys can see, you can only get 140 characters on Twitter. So any post that goes over 140 is naturally going to be cut off, because TSU automatically includes our link, which is a nice touch, because again, it helps drive people over to your TSU. It's one of the reasons that I've been able to refer so many people is because I'm active. I actively push posts to Twitter. I'm active on Twitter as well. And what I'm going to show you while I'm here on Twitter is that even Twitter displays ads. Okay, I'm gonna get right into that in just a second here. Let me try to unscrew something here while I'm talking to you guys, and I do apologize for some of these breaks, but I hope you're enjoying this and getting something out of it. You know, I'm pretty active here on Twitter, Twitterverse. If you're not following me, feel free to do so. If you are, oh wow, let's see here what's going on. Okay. You know, again, if you are a part of TSU already and you want to work with the group and you inbox me and you're not already signed up through my family tree, some of the tips and techniques I want to give to my people, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to share with you. However, there is a way. We call it the 1MLM system. You can sign up for that. And some of the stuff that I'm going to be teaching people is exactly what we already teach people through the system. So you'll want to actually sign up for that if you're already part of TSU and you want to, you know, start generating some money, start referring some more people and getting some more folks active. Because again, what's happening here is the impression. So I'm just going to show you guys a couple of things here. All right. All right. And just so everyone is forewarned, we are on the Twitterverse. It can get wild here. Okay. You'll see here, this says promoted. So this here is one of those sponsored posts. Okay, again, this is another example of people who are on Twitter who are paying to get a post seen. This is not new or unique. Okay, again, I'm only covering that for all the people who I've signed up in the past year on TSU, and even the people who I haven't signed up, who I've just seen complaining about the smallest things, simply because they don't really understand the advertising game. They don't really understand that this is commonplace. This is what we see all the time. Okay, this is nothing new for a company, a social network, to allow people to promote anything. If you guys are paying attention over here in the trending section, there's a Spotify hashtag that's been promoted. Okay, so they paid money for that, and I'm telling you, you know, you're paying money, you're counting on a certain amount of impressions, you're counting on a certain amount of clicks, and all of that factors into your bill. Let's scroll down the page here. What you guys are going to see another promoted post. Okay, so as I'm going through my timeline on Twitter, I'm gonna see stuff. Here's another promoted post. As you guys can see, it's like every other post almost. Here's another one, right? Promoted post, someone I follow, promoted post, right? And you're complaining because you're seeing too many sponsored posts. Listen, they're not paying us a dime on Twitter, on Facebook, on any of these websites where they're advertising. People are paying money, they're spending money, it's going all to Twitter, it's going all to Facebook, and none of these social networks are paying you a dime of it. Do you understand that? You know, again, I thought we're all supposed to be business people in network marketing. Aren't we the ones that should see this before anyone else does? I mean, again, how is it that there aren't you know, network marketers from every single MLM company on TSU right now? Just because, right? Why aren't we over there getting to know one another, networking, talking about our businesses, talking about business in general, talking about everything else that excites us? Because again, you never want to, you know, when you're using social networks as a business person, as a network marketer, if you're a professional, you should know this by now. You never want to just talk business. You know, people who aren't in your business, people who aren't even in network marketing, they don't just want to hear about your business all the time, right? Now, again, the reason I'm sharing all of this is because it is mind blowing what happens when you're in this industry of network marketing and you're dealing with people, you're coaching and you're mentoring, and people are coming to you with the sob stories. This isn't working for me, that's not working for me. And then you give them some training and some advice, and they don't follow it. And it's like, wow, no wonder you're struggling out here. No wonder these things aren't working for you. There are so many network marketers who don't understand what I just got through explaining in terms of how money is being generated. So when we're talking to them about the fact that if we'll just use this other network, we're going to start generating money for ourselves just from using the network, just from being on here every day. Look, there was a time, and there are people who still max out their posts, but there was a time when people were complaining on here because TSU was limiting your posts. So you could only make like 20 posts a day. You can only share like 8 posts a day. Now they've sort of upped those to like 12 or 15 shares, something like that, and like 30 posts a day. Either way, that's a lot of sharing. So it's a lot of posting. And what I don't think that enough of us understand is um, most people don't really post that much anyway. Most people don't really share that many things anyway. So look, if you are someone who's maxing out your posts, fine. You've done all that you can do in a 24-hour period. Now, if only everyone else that you refer, if you refer 10, 20, 30 people to the network, and those 10 or 20 or 30 people all turn around and max out their posts, you're all going to be generating a lot of traffic more than likely, and it's going to result in dollars. It's going to result in income for you and your network. Again, this is Top Networkers Group. We're talking about network marketing. We're talking about the opportunities that are out here in the world. And, again, this is a huge opportunity. And if you're looking at posts that I throw on my Facebook wall, here, I'll show you guys an example of something that I do that I had up there recently. Let's see if it's still where you can get to it. Let's see here. Okay, awesome. Throw that on Facebook too real quick. All right. See if I can get to it, because I think I just ran it the other day. It's a post with an article that I may even have explained it in a video, you guys. I'm really not sure. Let's see here. Scroll down here. Again, you guys can see new ads here on the right. Here it is. Okay. Instagram to generate 2.8 billion, which is 10% of Facebook's overall ad revenue by 2017. Instagram, you guys love Instagram. You guys are doing everything for the gram. You guys are over there generating so much money for Instagram, and guess what? Instagram's not paying you any of it. Now, one of the things I sort of joke with another person who I network with and have done some business with, that I've been running this post on my page for about 2 to 3 months here, and nobody wants to talk with me about it. You know what I mean? Like we have all these business people who know so much about business, and no one wants to talk about the fact that us, all of us, you right now included, you're generating so much money for these social networks. And then we show you TSU, and you're like, well, what is this? How does this work? And it's one of the reasons that I just wrote something the other day about so many business people who don't know business. It's absolutely mind blowing. It's crazy. But look, read the article. Look this stuff up. Don't just take it at my word either. Just look up what's happening here. All right. Please understand. Please understand that we're not making any of this stuff up. Okay. This stuff is documented. Okay. This is Instagram, Google, and Twitter net US mobile display ad revenues, because again, people are accessing these websites via their apps, via their smartphones, via their tablets, right? And they're not paying you a dime. Not a dime, you guys. Not a single penny. And it's important, you know, again, you call yourselves business people, but how many of you watching this video right now still aren't on TSU? Still, even while I'm talking, you should have created a profile by now. How many of you are still watching the video with questions? How many people clicked off in the first 5 minutes? Right? Think about that. Like, there's so much opportunity out here that is around us all the time. And if you're a business person, it's on you to understand this stuff. It's not always on you to explain it. Again, if you're really not that good at explaining it, that's why you use teamwork. That's why you use leverage. You use a video like this, you show it to your friend, you say, watch this video. He's going to explain it to you. I don't understand ad revenue like I really should. I'm still learning about it. I'm still researching. I'm still reading. But this video breaks it down. And then they'll understand, oh, I should be on TSU. I really should be using this other network. Again, if you have an app, if you have a smart device, get the TSU app, right? You know, look, as more and more people get on TSU, here's what's going to happen. TSU is going to generate more money. See, one of the things that I haven't pointed out, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, they've all got more users than TSU, and their users are more active. TSU broke a lot of records out the gate, as far as, you know, we got to 1 million users faster than most of these networks. You know, we, you know, shared a few app download records. However, you know, again, we're still not at Facebook numbers. We're still not at Instagram numbers. We're still not at Twitter numbers. And also, we're not as active. We're not generating as much money. But again, that can change. That can change. And you watching the video, you might play a vital role in changing it. You might be one of the reasons that people actually get it and wake up and realize, especially if you're a network marketer, hey, we should all be in this social network. We should position our network so that we're all together. We should stay exactly how we are. If you're a leader in the industry, you should be doing this. You should be talking to your leaders, and your leaders should be turning around talking to their leaders, and so on and so forth. Now, again, some of you don't want to do that because you really don't, and this is just my opinion here, you really don't understand business. If you did, I wouldn't have to explain this to you. Again, I want to thank you for watching. Hopefully now that I have explained this stuff to you, hopefully now you get it. Hopefully now you understand it, but also I hope you'll go research and learn more about this topic. Understanding business helps you take advantage of business opportunities. All right, you guys. Thanks again. Top Networkers Group. As always, it has been a true privilege and a pleasure to share some information that I know is going to help somebody. We'll see you at the top. Top Networkers Group.